Okay, quick question. How much money do you have sitting in your savings account right now? Whatever the number is, $100, 1,000, maybe 10,000. I want you to know something important. That money is shrinking. Not because someone is stealing it, not because your bank is scamming you, but because of something way sneakier, something most people have never been told about. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why your savings account might be one of the worst places to keep your money and what to do instead. Let's get into it. Let me start with a story. Imagine you have a jar, just a regular glass jar. Every month you put money in it. You're being responsible. You're saving. You feel good about it. Now imagine that every single month while you're sleeping, someone sneaks into your house and takes out a tiny bit of money from that jar. Not a lot, maybe just a few coins. Small enough that you don't even notice. But they do it every single month for years. After 10 years, you open that jar and it's way less full than you thought it would be. That sneaky thief, it has a name. It's called inflation. And it doesn't need a key to get into your house. It doesn't even need to touch your bank account. It just quietly makes your money worth less over time. Here's the simplest way to understand it. Imagine a chocolate bar costs £1 today. Next year, that same chocolate bar costs £1 10 cents. You didn't get a worse chocolate bar. It's the exact same one. But now your £1 can't buy it anymore. That's inflation. Prices go up, which means your money, if it's just sitting there, buys less and less every year. Okay, so let's talk actual numbers, because this is where it gets real. Right now, a typical savings account in the UK or US pays you somewhere around 2% to 4% interest per year. Sounds decent, right? But here's the thing. Inflation, the rate at which prices are rising, has been running at roughly 3% to 4% a year in recent years, sometimes higher. So let's do the math. Your savings account pays you 3%. Inflation takes away 4%. Real return? -1%. -1%. You are losing money in real terms, even while your balance goes up. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. Say you put £10,000 in a savings account today. After 1 year, the bank adds your interest, and now you have £10,300. Nice. But inflation was 4% this year, which means everything you want to buy is now 4% more expensive. Your £10,300 can only buy what £9,900 could buy a year ago. You followed all the rules, you saved your money, and you still ended up poorer. This is called your real return, not just the number the bank shows you, but what your money can actually buy in the real world. And most savings accounts give you a negative real return, meaning you lose purchasing power every single year. Now I know what you might be thinking. If savings accounts are so bad, why does literally everyone use them? Great question. And the answer is because we were never taught any different. Think about it. What did your parents tell you about money when you were a kid? Save your money. Put it in the bank. Don't spend it all. And that advice made sense 100 years ago. Back then, savings accounts paid much higher interest. The system actually worked. But the world changed. Interest rates changed. Inflation changed. And nobody updated the advice. So we all just kept doing what we were told. Putting money in savings accounts. Feeling responsible. Not realizing we were slowly losing ground. There's also something called the illusion of growth. Your savings account balance goes up every month. You can see it. You get a little notification. You earn £12 in interest this month. It feels good. But you never see a notification that says, inflation just wiped out £40 of your purchasing power this month. One is visible, one is invisible. So we only pay attention to one. All right. So your savings account is slowly making you poor. Now what? First, and I want to be very clear about this, I'm not saying you should close your savings account today and throw all your money into random investments. A savings account still has a very important job. It's where you keep your emergency fund. Money you might need in 3 months if something goes wrong. That money needs to be safe and accessible, not invested. But everything above your emergency fund, that money deserves better. Here are the three main alternatives most people don't know about.
1. Index funds, ETFs. Think of an index fund like a giant basket that holds hundreds of different companies, all at once. Instead of buying one stock and hoping that company does well, you buy a tiny piece of hundreds of companies. If one fails, the others carry it. Historically, index funds tracking the S&P 500, the 500 biggest U.S. companies, have returned an average of about 10% per year over long periods. Compare that to your savings account's 3% or inflation's 4%. Suddenly, it's not even close. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to pick stocks. You just buy the basket and let time do the work. 2. High-yield savings accounts. If investing still scares you right now, that's okay. At least upgrade your savings account. A high-yield savings account is basically a savings account that pays you way more interest than a regular one. Regular bank, 0.5% interest. High-yield savings, 4 to 5% interest. Same safety, same access to your money, just more of it. Most of these are online banks, no physical branches. That's how they save money and pass those savings to you as higher interest. Bonds, government securities. If you want something super safe but better than a regular savings account, government bonds are worth knowing about. Basically, you lend money to the government. They promise to pay it back with interest. Because it's backed by an entire country, it's considered very safe. Not the most exciting investment, but it beats leaving money in a standard savings account doing nothing.
Okay, let's bring this all together with a simple plan. Because I don't want you to leave this video confused. I want you to leave with something you can actually use. Think of your money in 3 buckets. Bucket 1, emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Keep this in a high-yield savings account. Accessible, safe, done. Bucket 2, short-term goals. Money you'll need in the next 1 to 3 years. A holiday, a car, a house deposit. Keep this in a high-yield savings account or short-term bonds. Don't invest this. You might need it soon and you don't want to lose it right before you need it. Bucket 3, long-term wealth. Everything else. Money you won't touch for 5, 10, 20 years. This is your investing money. Index funds, ETFs. Let compound interest work its magic. And that's it. 3 buckets, not complicated. Just different jobs for different money. The goal isn't to stop saving. The goal is to stop leaving your future self with less than they deserve by actually making your money work as hard as you do. So let's recap what we covered today. Your savings account pays you interest, but inflation eats away at your money faster than that interest grows. So in real terms, you're losing money every year you leave it there. This isn't your fault. Nobody taught us this stuff. That's literally why this channel exists. The fix is simple. Keep your emergency funds in savings, ideally a high-yield account, and put your long-term money to work in index funds where it can actually grow. If this video helped you see something you didn't see before, drop a comment below. Tell me, how much do you have sitting in a regular savings account right now? And if you want to learn what to actually do with that money, how to start investing even if you have no idea where to begin, I'll see you in the next video.